To the Few Podcast coming at you with another video. I recently saw this question posed by an individual. They were very curious to know what makes for a good lead. Pretty sure this is a question that a lot of us have asked ourselves. I would absolutely love to hear from you all. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? What are some of your more memorable dances and what made it good coming from a follower's perspective? As well as leads, what do you think set you apart from other leads? I would absolutely love to know what you all think about this. In my opinion, there are quite a few criteria of things that can separate you from different leaders. I'll go over some beginner tips as well as advanced tips. But first, I'll just start with some general knowledge. In my opinion, the most important thing it will always be important. The number one thing is connection. The connection is always the most important thing. Being able to read your partner and understand what they are capable and incapable of doing will benefit each and every dance you have. So always keep that in mind. Next up is having a fun dance. I know that sounds very generic, but what I mean by this is understand that we dance to have fun. But you need to understand that you will not vibe with everyone. Just like how you cannot be everyone's friend, you will not be everyone's favorite dancer. Side note, the cheat code to having a higher probability of having a good dance with someone is to become the best dancer you can become. I hope that makes sense. By you becoming the best dancer that you can be, you increase your chances of having an amazing dance with no matter who you dance with. Next up, how do you know if somebody is having fun? Well, a good way to indicate that you're having fun or a good way to give off a good demeanor is by smiling and your body language. Your body language should speak one of you are having enjoyment as well as you being comfortable. It's usually a relaxed atmosphere where you are just enjoying the music and your partner. Social dances are not the place to try and learn new steps, and it's definitely not the place where you want to try and teach someone. You cannot be comfortable with a new person if you're trying to execute new moves that you just learned. So understand, try to keep it relaxed, try to have fun, and do not make it a pressuring environment where someone feels stressed to achieve these goals that you have set for them. You do not want to make someone feel pressured or stressed while you're dancing with them. For my advanced level leads, intermediate to advanced, if musicality is something that can definitely set you apart. For beginners, this is going to be something very difficult, but as you begin to progress and level up your dancing, musicality is something that you're going to want to focus on. Advanced dancers who can hear and respond to changes in the music, things such as the hits, the breaks, they can feel the changes, are immediately better dancers. Being on time is, of course, important. Very important. That's the basic musicality. But when you're actually able to dance with someone and you're able to predict what happens next in the song and lead it accordingly, it truly takes the dance to a whole nother level because you're able to be in the moment. You're able to convey that you're listening to the music, you're listening with your partner, you're being present in the moment. It is a skill that once learned and once being able to execute properly, it will separate you from so many other dancers. For my beginner dancers out there, like I said before, musicality, this goes right along with it. For beginner dancers, a good understanding of the rhythm. It doesn't matter if you lose the beat or lose the rhythm occasionally and you have to pause and gather yourself and return to it. That's not a problem. But if you're dancing the whole song off beat, or you do not even know how to do the basic step, then understand that you will need to go to class and you will need to understand the foundations and you will need to master those in order for you to become a better lead. As a beginner, try not to look at your feet and try not to have constant eye contact with your follower. Think of it as a conversation with the follower. 100% sustained eye contact is going to be very weird. So at times, look at your partner, look around. This actually leads very well into another point that I'll have. But as a leader, you should have social awareness, dance floor awareness. That is very important. So it's very difficult to have social awareness if you are constantly looking at your follower. What I mean by dance floor awareness is understand that there are people around you, and it is your responsibility as the leader to make sure your follower is safe and comfortable. Always understand that. As a beginner, you should learn and apply the proper hold. Don't hold the follower's hand. This goes for leaders and followers. Do not hold your partner's hand too tight, and make sure you put your hands in the appropriate areas. Have your right hand on the follower's back and not their waist, and definitely nowhere lower. Unless this is your significant other and you have that relationship, but definitely understand that you want to have your hands in the right places. You want to lead the moves you know, and if you're practicing them, you want to try it multiple times. But do not force your follower into a move that they are incapable of doing. Like I said earlier, the dance floor is not a place of teaching. It is not a place of teaching. I see this a lot of times where leaders or followers will try and teach on the dance floor, and it's just not a good look, in my opinion. Some people may argue with it, but in my opinion, it is not a good look. Some people mind this, some others don't, but having a conversation on the dance floor, me personally, I'm actually able to have a conversation while dancing, but there are people out there who either are unable to or just do not like it. So you really have to gauge your follower. But as a safe rule of thumb, I will say, do not try to have a full conversation while dancing. If you suggest my thoughts and opinions on this topic, I would absolutely love to hear from you all. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? What would you say to people who have this question?
Don't tell me that you love me. Don't tell you that I love you.